Where we are indeed talking to the man who has made this deal happen. Rotana is the newest member of the Global Hotel Alliance, GHA. We're looking now at what it means for customers, not just staying here in Rotana hotels, but staying around the world. I am joined by the GHA CEO, Chris Hartley. Chris, good morning.
Good morning. Lovely to be here.
We are not complaining. And we spoke to you 6 months ago when this partnership was merely a signature on a piece of paper, and now it is live. So now customers can experience it, which, let's be honest, is the important bit. I want to dig into the partnership with you, but first, remind me what the Alliance has been set up to do.
So the Alliance is a joint venture which brings together now over 50 independent hotel brands. Most of them are privately owned. They're fiercely independent. They don't want to be part of the bigger chains. They want to be able to offer customers a differentiated, unique experience. And Rotana perfectly fits that mold. And so bringing them into the Alliance is very meaningful for us in terms of scale. Also, we're a Dubai-based company, so for us to expand here in the UAE is also fantastic. But it's very much about giving customers an alternative to the big brands.
Okay, so the smaller brands keep their boutique feel, their independence, but still manage to benefit then from the scale of an international point system.
That's right. I mean, if you look here in the UAE, we've now got about 14 different brands operating under the Alliance. Some of the names that are household here, like Anantara, Kempinski J Resorts, of course, one of the oldest brands in the UAE. These are brands that are well known to consumers, sometimes just in local markets, but when you go internationally, customers wouldn't necessarily have heard of them. So what we're doing is working together to reach a broader audience and to enable these brands to market themselves at a lower cost of sale than if they have to work through third parties.
And presumably capture the business traveller who cares about those points.
That's right, and business travelers are very much points driven. The concept of a loyalty program was very much aimed at business travelers. They started back in the 1980s, and business travel was very lucrative in those days. They were the highest spending customers. Today it's actually leisure travelers that spend the most, and we're very much focused on that. But you still need to capture that business travel audience when they're on the road. They may stay in lower grade hotels, perhaps mid-scale or upscale hotels, but when they travel on holiday, they want to stay in something a bit more exclusive. And so it's getting that balance right. You need the volume that the business travelers bring you, and you need the choice of hotels that make your loyalty program meaningful, because if you don't have choice, people drift into the bigger programs. Okay,
well, let's look at what this means for everyone in this relationship, the hotel chain, yourselves, and the customer, me. So, for GHA, why is Rotana a good fit? Why did you want them in the portfolio?
Well, first of all, our presence in the UAE is massively increased by bringing Rotana in and across the Middle East region. The Middle East is one of the fastest growing regions in the world in terms of travel. We see the UAE, for example, as the highest spending individual market in the world, just to give you a sense of scale. And UAE travelers are tending to go internationally when they travel. So that gives us more choice and a bigger customer base here in the UAE, and it gives us also more choice when they travel overseas.
When you say the UAE customer is the biggest spending, on what? Rooms, nights, length of time, what do we spend on?
So it's a combination of all of those. They stay longer. They spend more. They actually have the highest spend per person when they travel. We've now got a huge customer base here in this market. So 850,000 people are residents in the UAE in our program. And a lot of those very active customers, they tend to be a younger audience. They tend to be very internationally minded. People who've moved to the UAE tend to want to explore the region and explore the world from Dubai as a hub or from Abu Dhabi. And by having this volume, bringing Rotana in gives us a much bigger volume of customers here in this region. And those are exactly the type of customers, if I can say. They're also, they're significantly more wealthy perhaps than other parts of the world. And the key thing is that they want to travel internationally, and that's really what drives the value of our program.
Those younger customers, do they want, and you mentioned that points programs as a concept have been around for decades, do they want something different from a loyalty scheme?
Yes, to a certain extent. One of the interesting things we did in our 2026 trend survey is ask people, where does travel sit in the things that you want to do in life? And it's interesting, Gen Z, for example, say that travel comes above all other sort of milestones in their lives. It comes above career, it comes above even marriage. Travel is the thing they think about most. And it's because I think the young person's mindset is international travel is part of who I am. It's my DNA. And this region, more than any other region, are people that really want to get around and see the world. In a way, people have come to this part of the world in order to explore. And so, to me, young people in particular are looking for international experiences, and loyalty is a way of engaging them in that. It's not so much that loyalty, it is a driver of decisions, but loyalty is a mechanism that enables us to engage with a younger audience. And once they discover these great brands that we've got, like Rotana in the Alliance, then they're more likely to stay within our network and our loyalty ecosystem.
The younger members of the crew I can hear agreeing with me and agreeing with you behind me. We've got 2 more minutes left with you. What does it mean for Rotana statistically, because you've got the data, what do we see happen to a hotel group once they join the Alliance?
What you're going to see is a lot more demand from international customers. We've got a huge database of customers from around the world. For example, the biggest feeder markets into the UAE are the UK. Number one, we have nearly 2 million members in the UK. That's going to help to drive UK business. You're going to see members from parts of the world like even Saudi Arabia. We have a good member base, which is another good feeder market into the US, for example, a lot of US, and all across Europe we've got a very strong database. You're going to see an uplift in international travel. Secondly, you're going to see a reduction in the cost of sale. We're going to see less people booking through third-party channels. Now, nothing wrong with a third-party channel from a consumer point of view because it gives them choice. But from our point of view, that's a very high cost of sale. So Rotana's going to see more people booking direct through their website, booking through GHA, and that's going to help them reduce the cost of sale of that customer. When you own an asset, that's going to drive profitability.
20 seconds. What does the customer get?
Customer here in particular gets huge choice. You've now got the biggest choice of hotels of any group. Here in the UAE, we've now got 70 hotels operating. That's as big as any of the other majors. You've now got nearly 200 restaurants to choose from where you can use your Discovery dollars. You've got great access to hotels. 25% of the revenues here in the UAE are staycations. And if you're a customer here traveling internationally, you've got nearly 1,000 hotels to choose from and get recognized.
Nailing it right to time and telling us what it means for everybody across the relationship. The Global Hotels Alliance CEO, Chris Hartley, thank you for your time.
Thank you.